Welcome back to Mind Growth 2 Go. Today we're diving into some common habits that can seriously harm your relationships. You know, in my line of work, I see it time and time again. Good, hardworking folks trapped in cycles of unhealthy behaviors, completely oblivious to the damage they're causing. We're gonna pull back the curtain and shine a light on some of these relationship wreckers. Stay tuned to find out if you're guilty of any of these. Let's talk about baggage. We all have it. Past relationships, past hurts, past mistakes. But you know what? The past needs to stay in the past. Dragging that old baggage into your current relationship is like throwing a stink bomb into the middle of a perfectly good date. It creates resentment, it hinders growth, and frankly, it's just plain unfair to your partner. You're trying to build something new here, not relitigate ancient history. You already fought those battles, you rehashed those issues, you learned what you could learn. It's time to move on. Holding on to past grievances is like holding on to a hot coal. You're the only one getting burned. Forgive, learn, and for crying out loud, let it go. Your partner deserves a clean slate, and frankly, so do you. Don't let the ghosts of relationships past haunt your present and future happiness. Now let's talk about honesty. You know what they say, honesty is the foundation of any good relationship. And let me tell you, that's not just some Hallmark card sentiment, that's the truth. When you start playing fast and loose with the truth, even about seemingly small things, you chip away at the foundation of trust. Trust is like a fragile vase. Once it's broken, it's damn near impossible to put back together perfectly. So you might think those little white lies are harmless, but let me tell you, they add up. They create distance, suspicion, and eventually, your partner is going to start questioning everything you say. Is that really how you want your relationship to be? Built on a foundation of suspicion and doubt? I don't think so. Honesty, even when it's tough, is always the best policy. You know, one of the biggest complaints I hear in my office is he doesn't listen to me, or she just doesn't understand. And you know what? Most of the time, they're right. They're not really listening to each other. It's like they're living in two different worlds, speaking two different languages. Active listening, folks. It's not just about hearing the words, it's about really tuning in, engaging with your partner, and making them feel heard and understood. Put down the phone, make eye contact, and for goodness sake, stop interrupting. Let your partner finish their thoughts, their feelings, their side of the story. When you don't listen, you dismiss your partner's feelings. You invalidate their experiences, and frankly, you make them feel small and insignificant. Is that what you want? To make the person you love feel insignificant? I didn't think so. So start really listening, and I guarantee you'll see a world of difference in your relationship. Let's talk about expectations for a minute. Look, we all have them, right? We want the perfect partner, the perfect relationship, the fairy tale ending. But here's the cold, hard truth. Perfection doesn't exist. And when you set those unrealistic expectations for your partner, you're setting yourself up for disappointment, and you're setting them up to fail. Nobody can live up to those impossible standards. You're putting undue pressure on the relationship, and that pressure cooker is going to blow. Instead of focusing on some idealized version of your partner, learn to appreciate them for who they are, flaws and all. Because let me tell you, those flaws, those imperfections, that's what makes them unique, that's what makes them human. Embrace the real, folks. It's a lot more fulfilling than chasing after some fantasy. You ever find yourself scrolling through social media, looking at all those seemingly perfect couples, those glamorous vacations, those picture-perfect families, and you start feeling a little inadequate? Like your own relationship pales in comparison? Let me tell you, you're falling into the comparison trap, and it's a dangerous game. You're comparing your bloopers to everyone else's highlight reel. You're comparing your insides to everyone else's outsides, and that's a recipe for disaster. Remember, social media is a curated version of reality. It's a highlight reel, not the whole picture. People only post what they want you to see, the good stuff, the happy faces. Don't let those carefully crafted online personas make you question the validity of your own relationship. Focus on your own journey, your own growth, your own happiness. Don't get so caught up in what everyone else is doing that you forget to nurture what you have. You know, one of the simplest yet most powerful things you can do in a relationship is to express gratitude. It's easy to take our partners for granted, to get so caught up in the day-to-day grind that we forget to appreciate the good things, the small gestures, the love and support they bring into our lives. But let me tell you, those little things, those everyday acts of kindness, they matter. And when you fail to acknowledge them, you create a gratitude gap that can swallow up a relationship whole. Take the time to express your appreciation. Say thank you. Write a little note. Give a hug. Make it clear that you see and appreciate the things your partner does. Because when someone feels appreciated, when they feel valued, they're more likely to want to keep doing those things. It's a positive feedback loop. So close that gratitude gap and watch your relationship flourish. Here's a newsflash for you. You're not always going to agree with your partner. In fact, you're going to disagree, sometimes vehemently. And that's okay. It's normal to have different opinions, different perspectives, different ways of seeing the world. But what separates the successful couples from the ones who are constantly at odds? Compromise. It's the willingness to meet in the middle, to find a solution that works for both of you, even if it means putting your own needs aside sometimes. Compromise isn't about keeping score or one person always giving in. It's about finding a solution that benefits both partners, that strengthens the relationship, that moves you forward as a team. Remember, you're not on opposing teams here, folks. You're on the same side, working towards the same goal, a happy, healthy, fulfilling relationship. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more relationship tips. Remember, relationships take work, they take effort, they take a willingness to look in the mirror and make changes. But the rewards, the love, the companionship, the support, it's all worth it. So go out there and start building the kind of relationship you deserve. See you next time.